Hey everyone, welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a perfume tray update. So I'm going to be updating you guys on the fragrances that I have been enjoying for the past 2-3 weeks because we are heading towards the end of September. So I'm going to be sharing the fragrances that I have been wearing from the tray, my thoughts on them, any updates on them. So before I get started, if you are new here and you love all things girly, make sure to subscribe before you leave today's video because that's all I talk about on this channel, and I would love to have you back for my future uploads. With that said, let's jump right into this perfume tray update. I don't know what type of funk I am in today. Like, even getting ready today was just like, ugh, I just feel, I don't know. I think I might be getting sick. My girls are sick. They're getting over it. It might be my turn. I have been using these fragrances. I have 8 fragrances on my tray that I have not worn this month, and it is the 17th. So we're kind of right in the middle of the month. So I think that's pretty good timing. So I am going to go over the ones that I have been wearing, some more than others. Some I've tried to wear maybe one time, and there are a few here that I changed my mind about, and I'm kind of shocked myself because I was very excited and looking forward to wearing these, and I'm just not feeling them anymore. So we're going to get right into it. So we're going to jump into the first one. This is one that I have been enjoying a lot, and I've been sharing this one on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on there. I have fun doing reels, and I want to get better at sharing like my layering combos and things like that. So I'm going to put it on the screen if you guys want to follow me on there. But I have been wearing Kayali's Eden a lot. This is a perfect transition fragrance for me, leaving summertime and heading into fall, because it is a juicy, crisp apple. It is just very fun, flirty. There's nothing serious about this fragrance, even though the muskiness in it does make it a little flirty and very pretty and feminine. So it's not, to me, it's not childish or anything like that. It's just a very sugary, sweet, juicy apple with a few more fruits in the back. It's bright, it's fun. You honestly can get away with wearing this fragrance year round, in my opinion. Very, very feminine, very like shampoo clean. I just took a shower. It has a lot of musk, easy reach. I know that I can reach for this fragrance. I'm going to smell good. I'm not gonna have like second thoughts about it. And my favorite way to wear this one, I love pairing this one with Country Apple from Bath and Body Works. This combo right here, just they go together so perfectly. And I did have a few people on Instagram asking me like, how did you get your hands on Country Apple? This is one that I look out for during the semi-annual sales. They usually put this one out. It's one of my favorite Bath and Body Works fragrances or scents. And this has Macintosh Apple, Apple Blossom, Fresh Muguet, Sheer Sunlight, and Orchard Woods. And it just goes perfect with Kayali's Eden Juicy Apple. So that is the first one, and that one's definitely staying in my collection. I'm still loving it. Just like the first time that I got it. My feelings have not changed towards that one, or at least my nose hasn't changed towards that one. Another one that I was actually wearing this one yesterday, and I'm very, very impressed with it. It's going great so far. This is BDK Rouge Smoking. I have noticed that cherry is not a note that I would classify as a favorite note for me. So there aren't too many cherry fragrances that I would list as like an all-time favorite or something that I really enjoy. Like, it's kind of hard for me to find a cherry fragrance that ultimately doesn't end up getting a little annoying to me. So this one I feel like has the right balance of, I believe there's tonka in here, and it's just smooth and it's really sexy. So I was wearing it yesterday. I took a shower yesterday in the evening. I threw this on because it was kind of like in the 70s, and I feel like it needs to be a little bit colder for this one, but it's wearable in the 70s for me, and it lasts. I did see a few reviews saying that this one didn't last, that they were not happy with the performance. For me, it's the opposite. For me, this lasted all the way until I woke up in the morning. I can still smell it on my skin, and to be honest, I kind of preferred this in the deep dry down. Like, it just mixed in with my skin and it smelled so intoxicating. So when I first put this on, it is like potent. It did like this huge scent bubble around me. So when it did get into that deep dry down is when I really just like we became one. So I'm really, really happy with this one so far. I'm loving it. This one was gifted to me by So Avant-Garde, and I'm going to put the information in the description box if you're interested in this one, as well as a discount code for So Avant-Garde. If you're interested, I'm going to put it on the screen for you, but this one is one that I am really, really loving. Now, since I have been wearing rouge smoking and I have really been enjoying it, and I feel like that's the type of cherry for me. Like, it's well done, it's smooth, it has a good performance, it's long lasting. I was very, very excited to wear this next one, and when I tell you it's just not hitting the same anymore, I don't know what happened. I went through a whole travel spray of this one and I really, really loved it, and now I put it on, I feel like it was kind of like clashing with my skin. I'm not sure what the heck was happening, but this one's probably going to be a declutter. I hope I don't change my mind or like regret. I don't know what it is, but this is from Kayali. So this is another Kayali scent, and this is Love Fest Burning Cherry. I keep going back and forth with this one. I don't know what to do. I just sprayed it right now. It's so sexy though. But I feel like it smells better on the tester strip than when I put it on my skin. Like, something about it lately has really been getting a little sharp, just not smooth on my skin. Let me spray it again and see. And I went through an entire travel spray of this one in Puerto Rico, which is pretty warm over there. And then this one barely has a dent. So I'm not sure what's going on with this one, if my nose just changed. Yeah, it smells so much better on the tester strip than it does on my skin right now. Like, my skin is picking up more of like those woody notes, but not in a way that I'm enjoying it right now. It's just not smelling good on me. I don't know what's going on. This one, I remember it being very sexy, cherry, very like seductive type of scent. And then that Palo Santo and the woodiness, it almost turned into like this powdery type of scent. But now it just smells a little too sharp on my skin. But when I smell it on the tester strip, it smells really, really good. So I don't know. This one is one that I wore once. I did not enjoy it anymore. So yeah, if I had to choose between two cherry fragrances, I would go with Rouge Smoking. I just feel like this one's a little bit better blended. It's smoother. It has a little bit of a more creamy touch to it. Everything is blended together really nicely, and that's not to say that this is a bad cherry, because it is not. It is another really nice cherry, but cherry is just a note that it's like 50-50. Sometimes I am in the mood for it, sometimes I'm not. So I don't want to keep too many fragrances in my collection with cherry, because I noticed that it's just not a note that I reach for all the time. I feel like BDK Rouge Smoking is definitely fits me a little bit more. It just feels more refined, smoother, just better. So that is Love Fest Burning Cherry. And the next one I again have gone back and forth with, and this one is just lacking in the performance department for me. So I recently showed this in a haul. This is by Michelle Germain. This is their latest release. This is Sugarful Kiss. And I'm just disappointed in this one. I have been letting it sit there. I think it's already been almost 2 months since I've been letting it sit in my collection to see if the performance gets a little better. And I will say, out of all of the cherry fragrances that I've tried, if you're a person who does not enjoy deep, dark cherries because they kind of have like that medicinal touch to them, they can smell a little bit like cough medicine, syrupy, and you feel like that's just not you. This one, when you first spray it, there's a hint of like a medicinal vibe, but it's very bright and almost like in a soda, like a cherry soda type of way. And then the sugar notes start kicking in, the peony starts kicking in. So it's a very girly, bright cherry. It's probably one of the best cherries that I have smelled scent wise, but it does not last on me. I cannot smell it on myself. I will spray myself like crazy with this fragrance. I can't smell it. One of the things that I always say on my channel is, if I cannot smell a fragrance, I don't want it. Because yeah, it's nice to get people to compliment you and tell you that you smell nice. When my husband smells this fragrance on me, every single time that I've worn it, he gives me a compliment, but I'm just standing there like, thanks. But I cannot smell anything with this one. Of course, I can smell it from the bottle, and when I first spray it, I can smell it. But 10 minutes later, it's like I didn't spray a fragrance. Like, I can come back to my beauty room, put on a whole different fragrance and forget that I already had a fragrance on. That's how bad the performance of this one is on me, unfortunately. So I'm not sure if it's just a me thing with this one. So if you purchased Sugarful Kiss, put your comments down below, put your thoughts, your experience with this one. This one smells so good, but I prefer my Sugarful Sunshine, which is the pineapple one. That one, I really enjoy that one. I really smell it. It smells so good. It's sweet, it's pineapple, it's fruity. This one, I don't know, I'm just not really feeling it like that. It's not good enough for me to keep in my collection, and I want to get a little bit more strict with my perfumes, because when I got all of my fragrances, I forgot how much perfumes I had, and you know, I'm adding so much to my collection, and I want to have a collection where every fragrance that I put on is just an experience. I love it. Like, I don't want to have to think too much about it or have second thoughts about it. So that's kind of, this one to me is just not worth it to keep in my collection, honestly. But it is a very pretty scent, very feminine, nice for maybe someone who's getting into fragrances. I feel like it's a young, fun type of fragrance, but longevity is just not there. By the way, I got a new tumbler from Starbucks. I got the Halloween collection one. I'm so excited for it. Makes me think of Hocus Pocus. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know. It was supposed to come out like later on in the month, and I saw it so much earlier. So I picked it up for sure because it's just so cute for Halloween season. All right, now let's move on to one that I am in love with. I love it so much. It's so intoxicating on me. When I wear this, I enjoy it so much. And this is a celebrity fragrance. It's affordable. This is Sabrina Carpenter's Sweet Tooth. Oh my God, you guys. This fragrance right here, this is so good. This is gourmand. This is sugary. It's sweet. It's vanilla. It smells so, so good. Yes, it reminds me of Warm Vanilla Sugar. It reminds me of Philosophy's Warm Fresh Cashmere or something. I know I got that all mixed up, but I will say this one, when mixed in with my skin, it just gets so intoxicating. There's something about it that I am loving so much. It's sweet, it's sugary, it's vanilla. Perfect as an everyday fragrance and perfect as a bedtime fragrance. Perfect for just anywhere, really. It's not one that I would wear like somewhere where I'm going to be more dressed up or anything like that, but I would say 85-90% of my life I am not really doing anything special. I'm not a person who goes out a lot. I am more of a homebody, so these types of fragrances for me are like perfect. So this one, update on this one, I am loving it. This is so good. There's marshmallow in this fragrance. There's chocolate. There's coconut milk, whipped cream, sugar, Madagascar vanilla. I mean, it has so many of those notes that are just my favorite notes. So this is definitely an Amy approved fragrance. Like, I am so happy I picked this up. I have not worn the Caramel Dream. I'm going to be wearing that this week to see how that works on my skin. But this one, oh, amazing. I love it so much. So for those of you who love gourmand fragrances, for those of you who love sweet fragrances, vanilla, creamy, smooth, great for bedtime, great for cuddle weather, great for watching movies at home, just that type of scent, this is really, really nice, and it's affordable. So that's great as well. Update on this next one. It's gonna leave my collection. It's just not me. I cannot get into it. I keep trying and trying, and it's just not for me. I don't really have too much luck with this house. I feel like it's just not something that I enjoy. It's not the type of fragrance that I go for. Now, many people label these as very sexy, date night fragrances, very feminine, and just that type of vibe. This is Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose. And I tried wearing this and I wanted to take it off. I wanted to go in the shower. I just can't get into it. When I first got this, it kind of made me think of La Nuit Chaseur à la Folie, which has been discontinued and it's one of my favorite fragrances. But when I sprayed them side by side, La Nuit Chaseur à la Folie definitely had more of like this nutty, smooth touch to it, and it just blended into my skin so much more like effortlessly, and it just felt so smooth. This one on my skin stays a little scratchy. It's just not me. Like, there's nothing about this that when I got it, I remember I was like, oh, this is okay. Like, I was never 100% convinced with this one. This is a very musky fragrance, but this has plum. And if you are a regular viewer of my channel, you know that me and plum, we don't get along too much. I might have one or two fragrances that have plum in it that I'm okay with, but many times, 9 times out of 10, when there is plum in a fragrance, I don't enjoy it. So there's plum in here, there's pink pepper, which I feel like the pink pepper is a little bit sharp to my nose. There's also rose, tuberose, and musk, which are very apparent as well. And the vanilla is something that I barely even smell in this one. Now, it's not a bad scent when I smell it on the tester strip. The problem is when I wear it myself. So it's just something that my skin just does not like. It's a fragrance that does not smell good on me. When I smell it on here, I get a very feminine, sexy, dark, seductive type of scent. Like right now, smelling it on this, I'm like, whoa, like this is very, very sexy. But when I wear it on myself, it doesn't smell good. So I will definitely say that this is for those of you who like deep, mysterious, dark, seductive fragrances. Like very, very, it's feminine for sure, but it's just like deep and dark. There is a little bit of a juiciness in this one, and I'm thinking it's from that plum. I just can't wear this one. The update on this one is I'm not a fan. So yeah, that is Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose for her. Next up, we have one that I have been loving. This is Burberry Goddess. This is a new release from Burberry, and I have really, really been enjoying this fragrance. This one reminds me of Mon Guerlain. Now that I have my collection back and I can compare it to fragrances, if you like Mon Guerlain, I feel like this one is a less spicy version of Mon Guerlain because there is a spicy touch to this from the ginger that is in here, but it doesn't take over the entire fragrance, and it just adds this spicy element more towards the opening of the scent. But when it starts to dry down, I feel like it's more about the vanilla and the lavender for me, and I feel like it's definitely a very elegant, sophisticated scent. But I can also wear it at home if I want to. I have been wearing it to bed, I've been wearing it around the house, and it just makes me feel very feminine and just really, really pretty, but in such an elegant and classy way. Like this is a very elevated vanilla for me. It's not a cupcake vanilla, it's not gourmand, it's just a vanilla that is like a perfumey vanilla with a little bit of lavender, but it's not too aromatic, it's not masculine or anything like that. I know some people were getting kind of like that lavender that you pick up in Libre. I don't get that. I don't get like a masculine lavender out of this one. I get a very elegant, beautiful fragrance out of this one, and the lavender is not too harsh for me. There are other fragrances where I don't enjoy the lavender, and I actually pick up a lot of the ginger in here, but in a fresh, spicy way, not in a warm, spicy. Mon Guerlain for me has like a warm spice to it. This one has a fresh spiciness to it, along with those vanilla notes, but the vanilla is just not thick or too gourmand. It's still like kind of airy and kind of aromatic to me. The lavender is blended in here just the right amount. It's not too much for me, but to me this is just elegant, and to me it's unique. It's different from other fragrances that I have smelled, so I'm really, really enjoying this one so far. Longevity could be better though. I feel like that one doesn't last as long on my skin. I feel like I get like a good 3-4 hours out of it, but I don't mind putting it on again because I do smell it while I have it on, which is what I enjoy the most. I've also been wearing YSL's Black Opium the Parfum a lot lately. I actually wore this one like 2-3 days in a row with Bath & Body Works Cozy Vanilla Bourbon, and I have been pairing those two together, and it just smells so good. This is just a smoother Black Opium. So when you wear Black Opium, if you don't enjoy the white florals that come through in Black Opium, because for me, the original Black Opium, yes, you get that coffee and you get that vanilla in there, but to me the white florals are kind of like the star of the show. In this one, I get that Black Opium DNA, but it's kind of in the background, and the main thing that you can smell in this one is the vanilla for me. So it's a smoother, creamier Black Opium. It smells like a really warm vanilla with that coffee hint in the back, which is perfect because I don't enjoy when the coffee is like way too strong. I had a moment where I was really enjoying coffee, but I prefer when the coffee is a little bit more toned down. So this one I am loving. I have been wearing it, still in my collection. I love this one for upcoming fall and winter. Next up, this one is another shocker. I am almost done with this bottle and I kind of changed my mind about it after owning it for 2-3 years, and I'm just kind of tired of it for now, but that doesn't mean that in the future maybe I won't try it again or wear it again. But this one is Jimmy Choo's Illicit. As you can see, there is half a bottle left, maybe a little bit less than half a bottle left, and surprisingly I didn't enjoy this one the last few times that I wore it. I don't know if it's because it has been sitting in my collection for years now and it's getting really thick. So it's always been a thick caramel fragrance with a very fresh, spicy, zingy opening from that ginger that's in there, and I feel like lately that caramel is so strong. But I will say this is long lasting. If you want a good performer, something that you can find for an affordable price, definitely look into Jimmy Choo Illicit. If you love caramel fragrances, I'm like, I think I changed my mind about this one, and then now I'm smelling it and I'm like, no, this is beautiful. I think I'm gonna keep this one in my collection. I was gonna get rid of it, but I'm gonna keep it in my collection and wait until winter because it has gotten really thick, but I feel like in winter time this will smell so good. This has this very sticky honey caramel type of scent to it, but then when you first spray it, it's a little bit fresh and citrusy because you do have bitter orange and ginger in the opening. Then you have jasmine, orange blossom, and rose, and then in the base you have honey, caramel, amber, vanilla, sandalwood, and cashmere wood. So this one I think I am going to keep it in my collection, but I think it's not time for this one yet for me. But super long lasting. When I wear this to bed, this lasts the entire night and then some. This is a very long lasting perfume, very great performing perfume. Maybe I'm just a little tired of it, but I'm not gonna get rid of it because that's how I end up regretting sometimes my declutters. This one, I'm just gonna finish the bottle up because there's not too much left. So this winter will be like the last time I have it for a while. But I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a caramel, honey, thick, sweet, but not cloying sweet. I don't think this one's cloying. It's like the perfect amount of sweetness, but still smells sexy at the same time. So that is Jimmy Choo Illicit. I've been talking for way too long. So let's finish with these two. This next one is another one I've been wearing, and this is by Rosie Jane, and this is Dulce. And this one, I am not completely sure about this one. I think that it smells really good. This fragrance, you need to be a gourmand lover for this one. And this one smells like, I don't know why when I smell this one, it's very vanilla. Another vanilla, but you see how I was telling you guys that this vanilla was not very gourmand. This one was more like elegant, sophisticated. This vanilla right here is really sweet, almost like cupcake frosting type of vanilla. This vanilla is like you're making a flan or some type of custard dessert, and there's like a thick batter with vanilla extract in there. That's what I get from this one. It's very gourmand, but there's also a little bit of a woodiness in the background, which makes it be a little bit more balanced out than Vanilla Milk from Ellis Brooklyn. That one smelled like something went bad. I could not do that fragrance. But this one, I feel like I might enjoy this one more to add sweetness to fragrances that don't have enough sweetness, which I'm not one to do that. I like to buy a fragrance and I like that fragrance to just do what it needs to do. I don't want to have to add to it for me to like it, but this one I feel like works for that. For example, if you want to wear Black Opium, someone told me to layer, I don't know if it was these two together, or I know someone told me to layer this one with something. Now I don't remember exactly what, but for just giving an example, Black Opium Le Parfum, and then you add this on top. Yeah, it just adds like such a sweetness to it that makes it even more gourmand. So this would be like the perfect fragrance to kind of layer to give fragrances that vanilla touch. I gotta look back on my phone. I took a screenshot of one of the comments that I got for this one. Someone told me to layer it with something and now my mind would blank. And I don't know which fragrance it was, but really nice fragrance to layer. super vanilla, sweet, gourmand, dessert-like, and layered with fragrances. I really, really like it. So this one's good. Like after you add any type of fragrance on, you add like 2 little sprays of this to add that intoxicating sweetness to your scent. So that is Dulce by Rosie Jane. And the last one is by Replica, and this is Coffee Break. So I have been enjoying this one as well, and I also have been layering this one with Bath & Body Works Cozy Vanilla Bourbon. I keep looking over there because I have it on my dresser, but this is a lavender coffee vanilla type of scent. It is very, very aromatic to me. It's unisex as well. And if you like Ariana Grande's REM, this is very similar. If you like that type of scent profile, you would really enjoy this fragrance. Very unisex, very aromatic, very like you are at a coffee shop having your favorite coffee. It's so good. It's not one that I would wear to go out. I kind of prefer this one for bedtime, for being at home when I want to relax, when I want to kind of just like lay in bed and either watch some videos or read something, you know, that type of vibe. Just very cozy, very unique. I feel like this is a very, very unique fragrance. It has like this brightness to it while still being cozy. So that's why I think of like a coffee shop during the day. It's really, really nice. And the longevity on this one is great. The performance is great. And the scent bubble is great as well. So those are the fragrances that I have been wearing for the past 2 weeks. That's the tray update for now. I will be doing one at the end of the month, kind of giving you an update on the other fragrances that I have left from the perfume tray. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have any of these fragrances, how you like them, what your experience with them is, so that we can all share our opinions, see what is the majority on a lot of these fragrances, like what the majority opinion is on those. So I cannot wait to chat with you guys in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one.